You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Real Housewives of Atlanta After Show.
Yo, what up, AfterBuzz? It's Bing is for doing, and we are here doing another AfterBuzz TV After Show for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 5, Episode 17. Strip is a trip. And it sure was, because the girls made their way to Vegas on a party bus, which is a very interesting little situation. But I'm your boy, DJ Jesse Janedy, joined in studio by the lovely, the gorgeous Stephanie Bauer, rocking a lovely orange top. Nice turquoise jewelry.
Hello.
Yeah.
Leather skirt, by the way.
Yeah, it's leather skirt. You can't see legs, can you, in this?
No.
Dang.
Real Kim Kardashian.
She's killing today.
I'm wearing heels.
Fashion killer. Also, styling it up over in his little jean top, we have Sir Mykee Wattz.
Always. What up?
So simple. And on the phone, the lovely, the gorgeous, the fabulous Courtney Stewart.
Hey, y'all.
She always makes us think for a second, is she there? She's there. Hey, Courtney.
Mykee, why you got them glasses on? I can't see your face.
That's the point.
They asked him to take his glasses off before.
And I said,
He's
hey,
like,
no.
no.
And both of us, me and Stephanie were like, that's just Mykee. Running the ship, we have Marissa.
What's up, guys?
All right.
Hi.
So, I mean, running the damn ship on the show was Nene, because this bitch rented them a house. She paid the shade that she bought them. She got them a party bus. But then she gonna fly first class.
Whatever. She had a shoot to do. What else is she supposed to do?
I would say the same thing, girl. Oh, I gotta shoot. I can't.
Yeah,
But a party bus is not bad. That's styling. That's
No, a party bus isn't
comfortable.
bad if there's like 10 people.
Even if there's 4 people or 5 people, it's
That
still
you
better
like.
than riding in a car.
Sure is.
Or even a limo,
All
because
right,
they could
that's
be up and stripper pole was there.
As long
That's
as the
true.
bar is filled, they should have been good.
But 8-hour drive.
It's not supposed to be that long, is
No,
it?
I mean it's only
No.
what, 3 hours?
You can make it to
3.5?
Vegas in 4 hours.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
That's why 8 hours. I mean, it's taken me 8 hours to get back from Vegas. That's another story that we don't need to talk about. But I mean,
she legitimately had to work, and that's why she took the plane. Come on now.
But then she also
No,
had her
she's
own
like
room.
me. Driving to Vegas sucks.
right.
Why?
She also had her own room, though. Can we talk about that?
Oh yeah,
Why?
yeah. So they didn't really address it, but I don't know. Maybe they all had their own rooms. Because look at Porsha; she was getting ready by herself, and all the girls had to come to her room. Do you think they
That's
had
true.
their own? Everybody had their own room.
Oh no, they didn't really.
Probably, like Mykee
Maybe it
pointed
was
out.
a suite with like 2 rooms, so 2 people shared, and then
Planet Hollywood's
somebody
cheap
else had a
anyway.
suite
Yeah,
with 2 more rooms.
They were at Planet Hollywood, which is like not
Cheapy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nene
God.
must have had some kind of deal because she's Hollywood, but
Right, they probably hooked it up. Okay, so but before they even got there, Kenya was basically explaining to Cynthia that she was annoyed from the dinner conversation. She's like, I don't mind talking to you about Walter, but Phaedra don't need to know my business. I don't need to put my stuff out there. Girl, you're on national television.
I know, right?
Like, where are you going with that? And then 2, she says, and plus, the doctor told me to keep the drama out of my life.
What? I totally missed that sentence.
Right, I don't.
too.
Well, no, she did say that, but really, well, and you obviously ain't listening to doctor's orders. Did y'all see Kenya's new music video for "Gone with the Wind"? Fabulous.
No. Well, yeah, actually, I
Courtney,
did.
you've seen it?
Oh, she saw it. I sent it
Jesse
right to
sent
her.
me that goodie this morning.
Jesse forced me to watch
my
this
God.
foolery. I can't
It was
believe it.
definitely some tomfoolery.
She shaded Porsha at the beginning. She shaded Phaedra. she shaded Phaedra, and then she really shaded Walter.
Oh my gosh, I gotta watch this.
It was quite entertaining. I will definitely. And then she tried to do the Beyonce thing, and I was just like, "Girl, you look a fool." Like at least when you up on the stage, she was giving it. But
My question is, who directed this trash of a music video?
Wasn't it
didn't
one
you
of
say your
y'all's
friend?
friends?
You said it was like your friend or
I
something.
thought you were
Directed,
friends.
not choreographed.
Oh,
directed.
Okay.
Well, she probably did. What was it? Kenya Moore Media.
Damn, y'all got on me quick. I said directed. Jesus Christ.
Like, you're
Well,
friend.
and no shade, but it wasn't like the dancing was.
They just copied Beyonce's moves.
I mean, how? The hair toss?
Ooh. No, you seen when they had
not doing no Beyonce moves.
No, Courtney, come on.
Yeah, they were.
You seen when they went off to the side and they had the flat hands and they were like.
That's beyond. I don't even have to see, and I know what you're talking about.
They tried
She
real
was-
hard, did not succeed at all. None of the dancers in the video, so can't even hate on Kenya Moore for that one. But
She was wearing training heels in
oh,
the video.
and she had the little kitten heel shoes on. I was like, oh, your big
You're
feet. First of all, should have been
kidding
in closed toes heels, and your little kitten shoes.
Who would? Oh.
They look like the little Polly Pocket heels when you were little girls used to wear.
The Barbie, the my size Barbie.
My size Barbie heels. There we go. All right, so.
Okay, so
I
we'll
don't
watch
even know
it.
what that-
But she
yeah.
said her doctor. Is she talking about her cancer doctor or her
Yeah.
head doctor?
Well,
She needs both, so
Oh.
I mean,
all
apparently.
right. So whatever. They take the bus. Nini's flying first class. Kenya says, "You know, I want to make a game." What?
Worst idea ever. I mean, best idea for reality TV with girls and to cause girl fights, but that is the worst game ever.
That wasn't her
Imitating each
idea.
other. Like,
Yeah, it was probably the
Producers.
idea.
yes, but I mean, that's like the worst thing a group of girls could do. Who was really good? Porsha was good as Nene.
Porsha was good as Nene. Kenya, I mean, Phaedra. I'm actually I'm proud of Phaedra for not going all out and like shading Kenya because she got
Boring.
Kenya.
It was so boring.
But you knew exactly who it was.
Kinda. It took me a second. It could have, with the way she was flipping her hair, I was like, oh, it could be a couple of them.
As soon as she did the twirl, I knew who
The
it was.
twirl, yeah.
And shout out to anyone at home if you guys can tweet at us. At the end of, I'm going back to her music video. At the end, it said More Media Production. So this is Kenya Moore's production company. I tried to Google it, and all that comes up is a Facebook page. I don't want. I'm not gonna shade it until you know what, because that'll be me shading it, and then people be like, "What are you talking about? It's right here." So if you can find the link, please tweet it at me.
Oh
I don't
my
believe there is a link.
gosh.
I think there's just a Facebook page.
Even if there is a link, it's
There is no link.
still trash.
Eric Moore has a company, but not Kenya.
There is no link.
And shout out to Daniel, one of our fans who tweeted us the one clip that Kenya is in for Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah, so he tweeted us this, and I'm like, oh my god, I cannot wait to see this. And it just didn't disappoint. She's like, looks older but younger, and she's got like black hair, and she
Oh my
is,
God.
and she's in the movie.
Did he tweet me? How come I didn't see
Dude,
this?
he tweeted all of us, and I'm so glad he tweeted it, but he found it. Someone else had posted it on YouTube. It says Kenya Moore, I'm waiting to exhale. So she sure was, and it was a speaking part.
But
to
she
be fair,
couldn't.
Wait,
She can't
what was
get
her
a-
role though?
she
like that
walks up
boyfriend-
when Whitney
girlfriend or something like
Houston
that.
is dancing and imagining in her head that this is the man of her dreams. It like the music cuts and Kenya goes up and she's like, "Baby, you haven't danced with me all night," and it proves that that's his real girlfriend. And Whitney Houston was stupid to think that he really liked her, and that was it. And they walked off together.
But she can't get a still shot of her and Whitney in the same thing because it was the back of Whitney's head.
Nope.
All right, but anyways, I'm not going to do that. All right, so they're playing the game. Another thing we find out is that Candy has farted while having an orgasm
Oh my
before.
God. I'm so sick of hearing Candy talk about sex. Like, I can't take it.
TMI.
Is that normal
Subject.
for women?
No, not.
No, wait, I've heard of queefing.
I was literally about saying like, no, I've never heard of that. And then when I said I realized it makes it sound like me. I have never really heard of that. I mean, yeah, obviously it happens, but it's not like.
I was hoping Candy was gonna go more towards the queefing. I've heard of a
Bright
queef and not a
red.
fart, but whatever. All right. 8-hour drive to Vegas. There was bad traffic. Nene's the first at Planet Hollywood. Y'all were shading the heck out of Planet Hollywood. It
Just
was
so
not that
nasty.
bad.
I wouldn't know, but
I would know. I stayed in the exact suite, and there's like the counters are made of plastic. The wall fixtures are plastic. It's just
Yeah.
really cheapy.
I mean, Bravo usually does a whole little run through of the hotel, like, oh my gosh, look how beautiful it is. Not at all. And when Nene came in, I was like,
I'm surprised they don't have a deal with Adrian and from Beverly Hills.
Well, Planet Hollywood went through a bankruptcy and they lost the original owners, which they have even on Netflix. They have a documentary about it.
Oh, that's cool.
How they lost the business and now they're owned by somebody else. So.
But you're probably exactly right. They do probably have a deal with Adrian, and that's why they're there.
Yeah, because remember the original tower was Westgate.
Wait, Adrian's Planet Hollywood?
No,
Yeah, right?
No, she's a Palm.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
Palms. But remember, Planet Hollywood was originally the Westgate, and now it's something else.
Well, you still saying it's shit, so I don't care.
It just didn't look
I haven't
The
stayed since it
Sweet
was
Tower
Westgate. So
isn't that bad.
the West Tower.
It was
The
not.
hotel
All
is
these
not so
bougie
hot, but
people
the
up
suites
here.
are not that bad.
Right,
This
Courtney.
isn't Atlanta anymore.
These bougie people.
I mean, compared to,
what they
the
usually
Venetian and
I mean, it's not
The-
the Palazzo, but whatever.
how do you know what their
Encore.
deal was? We would all not stay at Planet Hollywood, but
I would say,
right.
as long as in
I'm
a
not trying to
suite
act
in the
bougie.
top of
I'd
the
stay
tower.
there. I have stayed there,
Alright.
so I obviously can't act bougie.
So
I'm just
the
saying.
girls are hinting that they think Portia's pregnant because she eats pickles and ice cream, which I mean, I have weird.
I've done that
I
before.
think
Food
she's
selections.
taunting them. That's what when I
Yeah.
saw her opening the pickle, I was like, oh, she's just taunting them because
Really?
they're dying to know if she's pregnant.
But it's funny because isn't Phaedra? Well, no, actually, I guess Phaedra wouldn't have been pregnant at that time.
I feel like Phaedra forced her pregnancy after that. She's like, I gotta have something relevant to
Oh.
talk about now.
Well, you know what?
Dang.
You all
think
know
she
I
really-
love Phaedra, but a fan sent me a book.
My God.
That one that we all heard about, Real Lives of a Housewife.
We talked about it.
This book
like
is
a year ago.
crazy.
Look, I wanted to hate it. I was like hating it, picking it up, and I read the first chapter, and I was like, still hating on it. Turned to the next chapter, I was like, Phaedra? And now I watch the show so differently. So I definitely recommend you guys to go out and get it. And we're gonna have her on the show.
Say what it's called again.
It's called Lies of a Real Housewife. So by Angela Stanton. So make
Oh,
sure you
I
guys
can't
go
wait to
check it
read
out. So you guys can be up to date when we have her on the show, and she can spill. She no shame in her game. She be
I
spilling
know.
everything.
Don't mind the spelling
oh my
errors.
God.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Again,
spelling.
don't
You're
mind the spelling
lying.
errors.
It is. No, it's
Spelling
by.
errors.
You are
Girl,
lying.
wait,
Girl,
it's-
there's so many spelling errors in this book.
No.
all right, wait, Courtney. You know, like when you're in New York and you see like the ghetto books that they sell on the streets for like $5. It's like
Yeah, like
hood
self-published?
life. Yeah, like hood life. Like
That's
what is it?
Yeah.
Lady Streetwalker. Yeah.
How
it's
to
one
be
of
a
those.
gangster.
Yeah, it's one
So
of
she
those.
got her stuff bound up at like Kinko's or something.
Yeah.
And she started selling it. Got
Yeah,
it.
but I mean, but the story's good, and I definitely do believe a lot of it.
It's actually there's some really touching parts. You know, she goes over her molestation as a kid and how she became a sex addict
This girl, or she's talking about Phaedra?
The girl
No, her.
and how she meets
and
Phaedra.
how she meets Phaedra. It all plays into how she meets Phaedra, and it's the crime scheme they came up with is just unbelievable and really
Phaedra's living a
really
life
enticing.
of
Like,
crime.
I couldn't put it down actually.
We're giving her too much promotion right now. We need to be promoting our damn selves on iTunes. So if you guys are at home right now, I'm sure you can buy books on iTunes, right?
Audiobooks, I
Whoop.
guess.
We obviously don't read off of iTunes.
Obviously, we don't be reading. That's
can
right.
buy books on
no,
iTunes.
but I don't be reading off iTunes because I'm too busy downloading AfterBuzz TV podcasts, which you guys should be doing as well. Just look up Real Housewives of Atlanta, hit the subscribe button, rate us 5 stars, leave us a comment with your Twitter handle. We'll give you a shout out on the show. Thank you very much. Which I know I'm gonna give you all a bunch of shout outs next week. So the girls think they're pregnant, and Phaedra brings up this thing about, well, you know how they used to tell
Oh my
if girls were pregnant, you would pee on a rabbit, and if the rabbit dies, you're pregnant.
Now hold up. Did she say pee on the rabbit or
Let it-
feed the rabbit your urine?
Yeah, I think you
Oh,
feed it.
feed-
I think she said feed it, and if it drinks it and it
Either
dies.
Either way, it's not true.
Yeah, it's either way, it's weird
and not true.
and awkward. Like,
right?
first of all-
Courtney, have you ever heard of this
Is it
in
urine
the
as-
South?
I've heard some wild stuff, but that's not. I ain't never heard that before. But she's
Clean
also
urine
from
is
the
actually-
real country of Georgia, so they might have some special tricks.
Clean urine is actually really healthy.
Okay, we're getting.
But you have to distill the urine first. You can't just like drink it.
Well, no, okay, I'm
That's why
gonna
I
say
said
this.
clean urine.
I'm gonna say this though. I've been in a situation. It wasn't me, but I've been in the situation where a friend did get stung by a jellyfish,
Yeah.
and I did.
Works
pee
like
on
a
it.
charm.
You pee on them.
It worked.
Right, you better clear that up because it sounds like you into water sports if you didn't clear
I
that
mean,
up.
well, you know, like my favorite Phaedra. You never know what I'm into in the bedroom.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
right.
Again,
just kidding.
crickets.
Just kidding. All right. So whatever, Kenya tried to shade her. Phaedra, obviously, felt stupid and was like, what did she say? Well, we don't have a rabbit here, do we, Kenya? So obviously we can't tell. I don't know. I just thought it was.
No, she said, "Why are you
Kenya
taking
was
it so
trying to reach-
serious?"
Yeah, well, Candy said the same thing. It was a joke.
It's a joke.
Calm down, Kenya. But
Oh my
Kenya's just
God.
hating.
Anyway.
Kenya's just like the negative
the
girl,
weirdest thing.
tag-along girl.
She
Like,
is negative.
always
I
brings
think.
it down.
But I don't know. It's sometimes she's trying to have fun, like with the game.
She tried.
But was that her trying to be fun, or was it trying to be the star?
Oh yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, here's the other part that happened. Finally, Porsha has gotten a real storyline of some sort. And all the girls are talking about they're going to go to the strip club. And Porsha says, can we please not go to the strip club? I'm not into strip clubs. And obviously it gets into this whole discussion where the girls start saying, what did she say?
Oh my God, what didn't they say?
Well,
Going
no, she
on
said,
and on.
my husband, I'm thankful that my husband let me on
Well,
the
no,
trip.
that was the
That
next
did
day.
come
That's the
out.
next day.
That was the second
So
round.
the night of the night, I think what she was mainly mad about is that she had specifically asked if it was a strip club, and they told her no.
Right.
That's what I think it all boiled down to. But I might be on a completely different page than all of you guys on this one, and I try to keep my mouth shut when we were watching it because I know that
Well, for
I'd
me,
probably disagree.
knowing Vegas, and that was a strip club that I went to frequently because my cousin worked there, who was my roommate at the time. It's actually also a club. And at one point, they even had a sushi bar. So it was like, it was not
Ooh, at a
necessarily.
strip club.
Thank you.
Right.
I was like, well,
Right.
the last thing I want to be eating.
Right, right.
Eat it off the bodies.
Right,
That's
but-
not this
but
kind
look,
of club.
Not off
But
a
look,
damn
it was
stripper
actually-
in
Yeah,
Vegas.
well, not in Vegas.
But check it out, it was actually the hot place to go to for after hours.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just always titties, ass in your face. It was really like a club.
We didn't see one naked person, really.
Well, they're
Right.
not going to show that.
Yes,
I mean,
they
first
could.
of all,
They
it
would
did.
blur it.
First of all, it did look
Yeah, they blurred the
better
first
than the
strip club.
other places they went to.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, still, I respect Porsha. Like, if she doesn't want to go, there are things that my friends have been like, "Oh, we're all gonna go here," and I've been like, "Oh, that ain't my scene. I'm not going."
Yeah.
It's not like I'm hating on it,
completely
but-
agree. And she was like, "Have fun, have fun." I completely agree.
With her decision.
So
yes, 100,000%. If a girl doesn't want to go to a strip club, it doesn't matter if it's girls' night. It does not matter. If you don't want to go to a strip club, don't go.
I agree.
And they started the whole husband.
But she
thing.
should have kept it real and not said, "I'm respecting my husband."
She
Because
barely
when she talked to
mentioned that.
Cordell, he was like, "Well,
That was the second day.
That was the second day.
The first
The
day,
first
she
day-
said she didn't want to go, and she said, because I don't, I want to help women that are
Girls.
like myself. I don't want to go in there and see them shaking their ass for money. Like, I don't want.
They made it about her husband, and she hadn't yet at all.
Mm-hmm.
She maybe in barely passing said, well, we just don't do that. She's like, when we come here, we don't do that. And I think when she said that, they jumped on
Nene
it.
started saying that she thinks Cordell controls her, and then Nene goes into her story about, well, the first time Greg came to the strip clubs, to see me, he was really surprised, but he was okay with it.
Halfway,
Girl, that's great for you.
Greg's
midway
also
through,
ugly as hell."
But-
and midway through,
He was
this-
just happy to have somebody interested in him. Jesus Christ.
Mykee.
I mean, let's keep it real. We keeping it real in this show like we always say we are. Let's just be honest.
Maybe
Of
you
course.
think Greg is. People may think Nene is not pretty.
I want to see a picture or video of Nene when she was a stripper.
There is.
I know. I haven't seen them.
Oh,
I mean, I'm
girl,
sure there
you
are.
ain't missing nothing.
Is she still have short hair?
No, she had
No,
long
she had
hair.
longer hair. Even at the beginning of
Oh, yes, she
when she
has.
started this show, she had long hair.
Well, all I know is that midway through that story, Nene realized she was sounding exactly like Porsha, to even the point where she even caught herself and go, "I'm not like Porsha, but I quit for my husband."
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
She completely realized what she was saying, and she caught herself.
So, all right, going into that, because I want to get your full perspective of it, into the next day, the conversation basically continues, and it just gets deeper where Portia's on the phone talking to Cordell. He says, don't feel... To me, I didn't get the sense of... And tell me if I'm wrong. I didn't get the sense that Cordell was aggravated about her going to the strip club.
At
He basically
all.
was just like, okay, if you don't want to go, don't go.
There's one small thing that you
What?
gotta realize. He knew Cynthia was in the room, and he knew he was on speakerphone.
No, not before. He said
She
he
walked
said,
in while she was.
What
on
did
the
he
phone,
say?
right?
Don't feel pressured to do what you want to do. And then Cynthia should get, hey, Cynthia.
And then he
said
was
it.
saying, you're right, he was saying the pressure thing, but when Cynthia was there, he was saying, don't think you can't do anything. Like, go
Right.
do whatever you want. There's just that little thing.
I didn't take it like that. What did you think, Courtney? Oh, Courtney, what was that little?
I tried to get into that conversation. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut Courtney off. I tried to get into
No,
that
sorry, I
conversation.
wasn't listening. Go ahead.
I tried to get into that conversation, but Cynthia's damn wig on her hair was just distracting me, and her day dress was just all off.
Her day dress.
All bad. Sorry. That was her day off outfit was just.
You know what? She was just excited she got to be out.
She's a big.
She's
I know.
away
exactly.
from Peter. She was excited. She was just like, I'm just ready for the whole day. I don't know how to come back and nothing. We ain't got to come back to the hotel. Let's just be out.
My bad. That was
She
just
was
sidebar.
excited. Well, Courtney,
yeah,
what did you
Courtney.
think about? Do you think Cordell was being controlling, or do you understand what Porsha was coming from?
Well, sidebar, Cynthia need to add some more hair to that afro wig because it was just a little scraggly.
Oh, it was.
She probably should have tied the
Scraggly.
booties up a little bit tighter. She was swinging a little bit much in her day dress.
Right.
For Porsche.
Right.
Is Cordell controlling? Probably. But Porsche is not showing herself to be the brightest individual ever, and everybody's not meant to be a leader, dude. And if she's okay following him, that's between them. So that whole Nene charade talking about how she need to be free and how we all free and all that
Yes.
bullshit, I really hope to God that the producers were like, hey, Nene, Porsche ain't got a storyline. Can you help her out and pretend like you give a damn? Because otherwise they were just obnoxious. Like that whole thing, you're married to this man and you got dreams. I can tell Porsche got dreams. That's bullshit.
They're
I'm
like
not sure about
showing.
Porsche or her dreams.
They're talking.
Right.
I didn't
Talking
like
about-
any of it, and it made them all unlikable to me.
She
Yeah.
looks like
Feel for other
she's
people's
dying
marriages like that.
inside.
Like literally they're talking about the dream speech and the cameras pan out to them in the background and gold stripper heels in the foreground. If Porsche doesn't have dreams, she doesn't have dreams. Like, are you kidding
Porsche ain't
me?
got no dreams. Porsche don't even.
So Nene said that she's hating because she's saying that the relationship is too old school. It's 2013 and we're, independent women now. No, that's what you want for your thing. I don't see Porsche as not being an independent woman, not doing what she wants to do. To me, her choice of what she wants to do is wake up and cook for her man, be a house. She wants to be a housewife. And
So,
you can't
side
hate.
note, real independence is the idea that you can choose. So
Right.
if she wants to be there cooking for her man, then let her do that.
I have no doubt in my mind she chooses this lifestyle, but I have no doubt in my mind she's dependent upon this lifestyle as well.
No,
So her
guys,
family has
thank
money.
you. They were
What? Hang
talking
on.
about her
Money,
like she
money.
didn't have money.
Her family has money, and I'm sure if she was not with Cordell, she'd have to be dependent on her family for the money. So yes, thank you very much. Case closed.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we're talking about dependency on Cordell. Yeah, of course she's dependent on her family. She's got money. But she's been grown up in that. She's spoiled. She's from
Right.
that life.
And so it's more comfortable for her to have direction from somebody else instead of her
That's
just.
the point. Everybody can't lead. She definitely cannot. Cordell probably helps her get through life in general.
Right.
They went to what's it called? Then all of a sudden Portia brings up, "I'm a Christian woman," and Phaedra was like, "Woo, I'm a Christian
Yeah,
too."
real angry.
And this is what I hate when people take things from the Bible and then they add their own little
Jesus
stamp
is
to
hanging
it.
out with prostitutes.
No, boo boo. Jesus was not up in the strip club like throwing racks and things. No.
She didn't say that though.
That's what
That
Phaedra was
is
making it seem.
exactly
She
what
was
she was
chilling with
making it
prostitutes.
sound.
If you took
No,
it that way, then you need to.
No,
That-
she
Mikey.
was saying that
That's
Jesus
what she was trying to
hanging
infer.
out with prostitutes.
She said Jesus was a carpenter. He hung out with prostitutes.
Prostitutes.
Not. They didn't have strip clubs back then, so it was not.
Oh,
He
why
was
are you
trying to
taking it like
say
that?
that.
Actually,
They had like,
Oh, they had
yeah,
brothels.
like brothels.
And Jesus was not up in the brothels. What happened was he befriended them and then tried to make
should
things
never
better
even
for them.
chimed in.
I'm just saying, like, come
Never.
on. And Phaedra should know better than that to have even
I will
tried
gracefully bow out of the religious
Jesus
conversation.
wasn't trying
It's
to
not a
befriend
rela-
them either. He was
Right.
trying to save
that. Exactly.
them.
Mary Magdalene.
Just like the girls were kind of doing, literally in the strip club. They're all talking about Porsche for hours on end and saying, "We're here on a girls' trip," and then 2 seconds later, a stripper comes over and they're like, "Do you have a boyfriend? Is this
Yeah.
what you really want?" Like, what?
Right, y'all trying to save Porsha, save your damn selves, or grab some of the girls out there and be like, here, girl, just take this money. I'm not gonna throw it at you, but I want you to do better for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just the whole.
At the end of the day, nobody should be hating on Porsha because she's one of the only girls with an actual husband.
Exactly. I was so glad when she said that.
Guys, they all have husbands other than Kenya.
No, but they've
What?
all been divorced.
Candy's not married.
Candy has never been married.
Because
Kenya
Candy
ain't
couldn't even
married.
make it work with her baby's daddy. Hello. Nene got divorced, but now she's back with him. Kenya cannot get a man.
Cynthia just
has a
got
baby
married.
daddy.
Well, wait.
Come
Portia
on.
and Cordell have been married for how long?
It doesn't matter. She can still.
But they could get divorced in a year from now.
No, because they're perfectly fine because it works for them.
Mm.
All the Nene and all of them are trying to live their independent life, going to strip clubs.
I'm
just 'cause
sorry.
it's a girls' weekend. Like they
I
made
believe-
girls' weekend like end all be all. Like you have to do whatever on girls'
Right.
weekend. Like
I believe more in Cordell's and Portia's relationship than I do Cynthia and Peter's.
Cynthia and Peter
No,
are growing on me though. I think
yeah.
they found a thing that
They're growing
works.
on us now. But from the first 2 seasons, we were all the
Yes.
last 2
I love
seasons.
them. Nope, I was
It was
not
suspect.
one of them.
You
That's
I
the
only
love
one.
them from jump.
Well, okay, Mykee, you said it the best when we were watching. You said all these girls are cut from a different cloth. Their relationships are different. It's life.
Right.
Some people, some people honestly feel like, okay, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, we're doing everything together. And yeah,
Nope.
if I go out with the boys, if I go out with the girls, like someone might be like, "Oh, you're leaving me for the weekend." There are different relationships. Some people may be like, "Bitch, can you please go out with your friends?" Like,
I would never survive in a relationship where it would be like we have to do every single thing together.
okay, that wasn't the question. The point is, what we're saying is that there are 5 different relationships
Right.
who have that.
I just don't understand why it was such a big deal to go to the strip club. Why did the girls want to go anyway? I could understand when they were with their husbands and it was like a fun couples thing to do, but why did they have their hearts set on the strip club?
And to that point, y'all want to make it a girls trip so much. If someone feels uncomfortable of something, why wouldn't you want to make them feel comfortable?
Exactly.
Be like, we're in
Well,
Vegas. We can go anywhere.
we can go to a
Not with
show
the cameras.
instead.
No, and that's the point.
Yeah.
That the
That's
cameras
probably
could only
why.
bring it into
But that's a
certain
really
places.
good point. That if it's such a girls' trip, they should be like, somebody really doesn't feel comfortable. Okay, we're not going to let you go home and go to sleep. We'll
Right.
all go to a show.
They needed to give Porsha a storyline.
And she was
That's boring.
She was even cool with going to a burlesque show. But yeah,
Right.
you're right. She's totally
So
boring.
they went to Jubilee, the backstage, and when you're an A-list celebrity, you get the VIP treatment, as Miss Nene said. And she was trying to compare herself to the Jubilee girls, and she had my favorite quote of the night. Honey, I didn't come down the stairs, but I came down the pole. Talking about she used to be a dancer like them.
I want to see like a clip.
It's funny how she's like holding claim to it real strong now.
like
Like,
every-
she's like, yeah, I was on the pole. Oh yeah, like saying it repeatedly.
Like over and over this season, like just in the regular episodes, and now especially in Vegas. And now it's getting down to the point where she's like, "Oh, that's where I used to eat breakfast after I stripped all night." Like every single thing goes back to stripping.
One part that I hated in this episode was the forced ring shopping situation. It was just like, oh god.
Oh, I thought that was great.
Why did you think that was great?
Because it was $7,500.
Because Nene goes, if she just want a $7,500 ring, okay.
Aww.
But you know what?
She's always slamming candy in her. It's not even cheap. I mean, that's a decent price, I guess.
We
But
obviously
she's
all
rich.
know Candy has money, and I just,
Yeah, but she's frugal. What's wrong with that?
There's
No,
nothing
no.
wrong with
Something
that.
She liked.
There's nothing wrong with that.
And her honestly, does her boyfriend have a lot of money?
Now,
Yeah, maybe
well,
7,500 is a stretch for
It's
him.
a lot
so
for
she's trying
him.
to stay in his budget.
I don't know how. I mean, obviously everybody else's relationship works, but I mean, at least with my parents, they kind of split the cost of the rings.
Hell
that they
no.
buy.
What?
What?
No, I don't think that's.
I don't know if
typical.
that's abnormal or not, but
Only
you know.
Britney Spears buys her own engagement ring.
But back then, you know, my parents didn't have money back then. But
Yeah.
it was a struggle, so they did it together.
But I don't think that's this situation whatsoever.
No, I
I
think
don't-
Candy's just like, I don't need. Candy's the type of girl to be like, I don't need a big ring on there. Like, my love is my love. Like,
She saw
And I-
something she really liked in that ring. She's like, it's so pretty.
Yeah, she liked it, and it was only a picture, guys. They weren't going to buy that one, and I don't think Todd is struggling for money anyway. So
It was weird how they were on the phone with each other then. That was weird, though. I can understand texting a picture, but then one of them called the other one, and they're talking about
you
it.
need to get out here to Vegas and
I
buy me
know.
this ring right now. So we get back home from the ring shopping, and Candy says, well, you know what? Since she didn't want to go to the strip club, like, yo, we're really forcing, like, what can we do in Vegas? Like, I could have taken y'all out somewhere. She has a new division of candy-coated nights. Or what is her candy factory? I'm sorry. Where she's going to basically do, like, a Tupperware party with sex toys, but I
And they
feel
all
like
wear lingerie, which was weird and creepy.
yeah, I feel like there are already those out there.
Oh yeah,
sex toy
They
parties.
are.
for
They're-
sure.
Oh, there's
for
a whole
years.
bunch of them.
Yeah, nothing new, Candy.
That's not
Do
like
you go like in
innovative.
lingerie? Is that like a part
I've
of
never
it,
seen the
or-
lingerie thing, but maybe it is.
I could see that.
I
Maybe
guess if
that's
you're
her
all
shtick.
nice-looking girls, but
I've never seen it with
I
lingerie
do not want to
either.
see my girlfriends in their lingerie. so.
yeah, right. Unless it's
Thank
like
you,
Victoria's
David, for your
Secret
man.
models.
like maybe like pajamas or something, but like
Yeah. I love how
strange.
Nene wasn't. Nene was like the only one not in.
There's a lot of donkey booty walking around.
Oh god. And P.S. Did you guys hear about Kenya's video?
Outsold Phaedra's.
Yeah,
Oh, by how much? A lot, a little.
I didn't see by how much, but
Uh-huh.
Yep, it was
well,
all
because
over the blogs.
everyone wants to look like Kenya. Kenya's pretty. I think Kenya's pretty, and pretty isn't even the thing. It's the body. But I would buy Kenya's a million times over Phaedra's.
Pretty is in the eye of the beholder.
yeah, because I do not want her abs looking like.
But she looks good in clothes.
Yeah, she looks great in clothes.
That says a
So
lot.
her shape is good in clothes.
That is true. You right.
I'd buy her video.
Um,
Because I was thinking Phaedra probably shouldn't have had that dress on like everything that she wore in
right?
Vegas. It
With
was
the
not
netting
attractive.
in the front, because her stomach is
Yeah.
really weird. And it was
Yeah.
just like netting front in the stomach. No.
well, so at this little sex party thing, Candy brings out Kegel balls and gets him a really in-depth description of what they do for you.
I want some Kegel balls.
Yeah.
Why do you need the balls? Can't you just squeeze them?
Yeah, I thought you can do like Kegel. I don't know why.
I thought
just
you
tried to
hang
do
them.
it.
Don't you hang them from?
No, you put them
Well,
inside
yeah,
of you.
and having to keep them in the
Oh.
constant pressure is more than just doing the
It's
little
like
workouts. I
Incredible
But for
Hulk vaginas. Just
men,
Oh my
they don't
gosh,
put them
I can't
inside,
remember.
right?
No.
I mean, how loose
Men?
is those stuff?
Yeah,
If
men
you
use
can do
Kegel
that.
balls.
No.
in what?
Oh my God! Can
I'm
we
tripping.
stop
I
talking
don't
about
know.
this? No.
I'll gracefully bow out in
I'll
this one
be
too.
Kenya,
Nene
I'll
said-
be Kenya and change the
No,
subject by
no,
writing
wait,
it on a piece
wait,
of
the best
paper.
part was Nene said, I don't know about this Kegel ball thing. Well, I'm like, hey, girl, how you doing today? You know, I got 3 balls inside of me right now.
Nene was claiming her stuff was tight.
Oop.
That's what they're all gonna say. And Kenya's like, mine must be really little because this is. It's like subliminal. Come on, Kenya. She's really genuinely acting like.
It might be. She looks like she ain't been laid in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Mm-mm,
Wow.
her- I
Oh
feel
yeah,
like hers
because
got
obviously
teeth.
it's not working with Phaedra or Walter. Do you think that they edited that in when Phaedra said that?
Yes. Okay.
They totally
Here's
did.
why I
They didn't
did.
show
Yeah.
her face.
Well, not only that, they didn't show her face, but then when they did at the end of the, Phaedra wasn't talking, and it was a total voiceover, and I was
Total.
like, wait a minute, did they really just mess the edit up that bad?
No, they faked it. They dubbed it in.
Mm-hmm.
So then she didn't really
So
say
dis-
anything.
No, so
That's
disappointing.
was just a burning question on Kenya's mind the whole time.
Bravo.
Right. Well, before we get to that, going back to Porsha, she gets the pregnancy test, which, yeah, I wouldn't want to be taking no damn pregnancy
Hell
test up in there.
no.
Not with y'all bitches. What the hell?
But then when they had to do the whole biting of the strawberry thing, I was like, okay, now you took this too far. Like, eat the damn strawberry and be sexy with it. Like, I don't want to be sexy around the girls.
I don't think she could have transformed that quick to be sexy all of a sudden, even if she tried.
But
I
mean,
don't.
But she didn't even want to eat the strawberry. Phaedra enjoyed that
But she's
strawberry.
so self-conscious.
Girl, boy, that
And
Phaedra.
Nene called her a prude, and Nene has been Queen Prude from season 1.
Right. Phaedra was very not Phaedra. Nene was very A-listing today, very Hollywood
Yeah.
in this episode. I don't know.
I mean, Nene's she's changing. I guess I don't know.
No,
if
I think she was instructed. I think that's how it's all like working out to keep her character doing something to provide tension, and that whole thing
I agree.
being made up to me.
I definitely agree with that.
So yeah, then Phaedra deep throats her strawberry. Like, ooh, read the
Like
book,
a
people.
pro.
read the book.
The book says Phaedra's a freak.
I can be.
Well, we kind of knew that already.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
she said she
it
was
says
Jesse said it's like a whole new level.
like
I
sex
mean,
toys in the
like,
bedroom.
well, that
Rihanna S&M.
But that's not shocking. Like,
I wasn't shocked. I was just interested.
we were thinking she might have been swinging with Candy. So
I believe it. I believe
Candy?
100%. I believe it.
You
now.
remember that combo we had?
Yeah.
with
Yes,
Candy when they
but
had
I
the dinner party.
And
Yes.
Chef Roble, he probably was.
Chef Roble, yeah.
He was probably
and he wanted
cooking
he
it
wanted
up.
aphrodisiac food.
Yep, girl. Chef Roble is probably cooking it up in Phaedra.
The lady,
Making all kind of mushrooms and stuff.
this lady in this book also alluded to the fact that Apollo is not packing where it actually counts.
Right, and he
I
only
could see that.
would-
and Apollo
surprised.
only has one ball.
Oh, and then he has one ball.
Oh.
Well, Kenya could have had a really
Apparently it's working real good because he done impregnated her twice.
that if Kenya knew that when Phaedra made the supposed comment that
Right.
those balls weren't working for her, she could have came back with a really good one.
That is a good one. So Kenya's over the phoniness. She's over it because apparently Phaedra brings up Walter, which we don't even think is true. And then they play this awkward, it's like really awkward. Nene, you can tell, was trying to stir something up, but Kenya didn't really give into it. Come sit over by me, girl. You want a glass? Stir over by me. And they play a game. Oh, what a intro. I mean, they're just into playing games all of a sudden.
You took that as stirring something up. I took it as more, you're having a bad attitude now. Let me get you over here
Yeah,
so I
that's
can
kind of
bring your
that.
energy.
Yeah,
No.
I thought the same thing.
I would normally think that with anybody else, but these people are trying to create storylines. And if there's an awkward moment, Nene's smart enough to see that moment and to try and pull it out. I mean, the producers are clearly working with Phaedra. I mean, with Nene. So Nene knows what buttons to press, what things to say. I don't know. But so the question that they pulled just happened to be, and it's supposed to be relationship questions, right? What do you do when someone you trust does something that hurts you?
You should confront them. They all like act like they have light bulbs going off. You should confront the person who said that. Like, couldn't be more perfect. Like,
And
I
Kenya, what does she say? I'd like to direct this one to Phaedra because
Yeah.
I wrote the question.
Yeah.
Girl, bye
No
with your
kidding.
sentimental ass. I can't with you. Basically, she says that Phaedra, you hurt me. Phaedra says, well, you hurt me too. No, you cut me to the white meat.
That was like
Did she say that
creepy.
for real?
She said,
She
"You
did.
cut me to the white meat."
I
That's
was
not
so
even
mad.
a thing. That's not even a saying or a phrase.
Yeah, it is, but I
To
To
mean,
the
it
white
is.
meat.
But not in that
Yeah.
context.
My dad used to tell me he'd beat me to the white meat.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it's like, okay, so you go through all this and then you say, I don't need an apology from you.
I thought
Well-
because she didn't really say bitch completely, but when she started to, I thought that was going to trigger Phaedra, but it didn't.
She fully said bitch. They didn't air it out or nothing
She
like
said
that.
bitch, B-I-T-C-H.
Okay. So anyway, I thought it would trigger Phaedra more.
Phaedra tried to throw shade. She was like, I'm a classy woman. I don't need to do childish little games and things like that. I mean, it's like, okay, you don't want an apology from her, so why are you even having the conversation? If you were hurt by it, why are you bringing up the conversation in front of all the other girls? Pull Phaedra aside and be like, look, you know what? I shouldn't have did what I did, and you clearly shouldn't have. In the video, you are doing the same exact thing, having Phaedra walk up in a church wearing a fishnet outfit. Like, you're antagonizing it as well, so why would I apologize to you when you're throwing it back at me?
Her big thing is she thinks that Phaedra attacked her character and her mental stability. Which, that's
And
what
if
you
she
do.
wasn't crazy, she wouldn't have been offended.
Yeah. Yeah, and Phaedra would have never been able to pull that from anywhere except that it's true.
Right. And then what was it? Kenya was like, I wish I had a mirror here so I could show Phaedra who she really is. Girl. Now, as crazy, sometimes Phaedra does come off a little, like, you might look real quick, but you come off crazy. And I've started to grow to like Kenya.
I like
I'm
Kenya.
actually going to be disappointed if she's not on next season.
I'll be
but-
very disappointed.
But you're crazy, and that's why I love you. You're crazy.
She's better than Marlo.
Better than Marlo, better than Porsha. I mean, but at this point, Porscha hasn't given me anything.
I actually take to Porsha more than I do Kenya.
I would be friends with
but-
Porscha.
But if I look at it
in
from a
real life.
producer's perspective and a viewer perspective,
yeah, 'cause-
Kenya is more entertaining.
Because she's all we talk about.
Right.
Like, for the first few episodes, forever. 17 now.
This is, to me, this was actually the first episode where I can say it wasn't the Kenya Moore show featuring the other women.
It ended up that way, but I mean, is she
not
really
when Nene's in the picture. No,
last week,
Nene will overshadow.
Even last week, Nene was in the picture, and it was the Kenya Moore show.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick that up.
Nene just made appearances last week. But I mean, on that note, let's head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
I'm reading the question off the TV right now. I can't. They're like little kids. All right, so next week we have that they went home. Cordell finds the pregnancy test.
Oh my God, staged. So
Right.
staged and annoying. Can
What is
you
this?
get my makeup back? That's in my thing. What is this?
Candy has a housewarming party.
Oh my God, her house, right, Courtney?
It's pimped out. I can't wait to see it.
Awesome.
It looks like it's probably going to be a little bit tacky, but I'm excited.
It does look tacky with that red furniture. She needs to get
Yeah, I was
get
like,
it
what's
together.
going on there?
But
But
she-
we'll see. I'm
Still
excited.
amazing.
She had like tons of rooms, so one can be tacky. That's cool.
Nene's gonna be on the Today Show. Wendy Williams and Good Morning America.
Yeah, she's good friends with Wendy, and so she's doing Michael today, Kelly Michael today, and then she had to rush to Wendy, and she's like, Wendy's wig is gonna fall off, blah blah blah.
Yeah, she must be good friends with Wendy because
Yeah,
she
they
has
are.
been on the Wendy Show like 4 or 5 times
Yeah.
in a year. And then we're gonna get Walter and Kenya at the same function. It's a Peter's party that we were warned about, and
I love how Kenya's wearing a white dress, like subliminal to Walter. Here's what you're missing, me walking down the aisle in this. But she was on the arm of another guy, which is probably like a thing where he just walks the people in.
Who looked like a refrigerator.
Is it
He
a
looked
date
like
or is it an escort?
It's an escort, not chauffeur. That's
paid actor.
Yeah. But also we were commenting that unfortunately I don't think anything's going to go down between Kenya and Walter at all because they would have showed it.
yeah, I feel
Yeah,
like
probably not.
And Walter doesn't look like the type of person that would even give the cameras that type of opportunity to make him look that way.
What a disappointment he was. He had a golden opportunity to like come on the show, make money, cause drama, and he's like not having
he's
it.
a normal guy. And so the other thing is in the video at the end, Kenya shades Walter talking about because he has a tow truck company. So on the front of the tow truck it says Lil Dick's Towing, and then she has him get out the car and he's dressed in like booty shorts and he's doing
You make him
spins.
look
Yes,
gay.
but Walter.
Oh, in the music video.
In the music video.
Oh God.
And so I'm sitting here like, girl, how you gonna say he has a little dick when you were chasing after him for how many years? And how you gonna say he's gay when you were chasing after him? Okay, maybe the gay one, but the little dick thing, so you were chasing the little dick man?
Oh my gosh.
Red shade for yourself, girl. But that's all we got for you guys. Make sure you guys hit us up on iTunes. Follow us on Twitter at AfterBuzzTV, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow me on Twitter at DJ Jesse J.
Steph Bauer TV.
Mykee 3000 watts.
And Courtney at...
That's Stuart Starlet.
Till next week, same time, same place. Peace.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.